RB, I think we have our guest in the queue with us right now.
Hotline bling.
All right, let's
yo.
get it.
Yo.
Jennings, what's going on?
Nothing much. Can you hear me? Everything good?
Everything is good.
All right. Well, everything's good, man. I just came from actually visiting somebody that was sick. They only have about a week to go, and they were a huge Bye-Bye fan, and it was only right for me to go have a seat with her for a couple hours and just sit there right next to her and just hold her hand while she just lay there.
Oh, well, we're sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's the other side of life that we don't really take heed to all the time. So.
Oh, that's dope. BY, you always out there with the people doing good acts and spreading the love and spreading the wisdom out there. It's good to hear that you're still that same guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just was telling somebody earlier, I was like, man, you can give me $1 billion and you can take all my money away from me. I'm still gonna be BY, because BY don't require money, So it is what it is. I'm always be myself.
I have to chime in right here because one thing I know about you, and I want to share this with everybody else, is that, in Philly we do these little club shows, and Bye Jennings always comes to the door and buys his tickets, and to us that means so much because he knows where he came from. He doesn't forget it. He knows how hard those club shows are. He knows how hard those fighters fight and how hard the promoters work. And you'd be surprised that some fighters in Philly that are making a lot of money call us for free tickets all the time, but never Bye-Bye. Never.
Right.
So
I always pay my way.
You be giving back. Yeah, you give back.
For sure.
Love that.
Sure. In every way I can.
You're a good dude, BY. So let's start a little bit light before we jump into the business. Now, I like to follow you on social media. I like to low-key stalk your social media a little bit. Who is this girl in this leopard costume jujuing on the beat on your Instagram that we have to go find for you and play the dating game?
That's some girl called her Helen. She's she's actually African. She's gorgeous though. But I have I was like, wow, and a lot of times people glorify a lot of the fake stuff that's out here nowadays, and I would rather do the opposite and glorify something more, more natural, more possible. I ain't really with all that crazy stuff. So I actually liked it the way. I think it was humorous. I think she was real cute doing it, and I think that me making that little funny statement, it was good.
You want a leopard? She did have a banging body.
Yeah, she did. It's all natural too.
We're gonna find her. We're gonna find her. The Morning Punching Show. We're gonna do the dating game, and when you fight next, we're gonna bring this girl to the fight. We're gonna find her. So a little more social media. We're gonna make it happen. So a little bit more social media stalking. We're anxious to see you get back in the ring, and I know you play a lot of jigger on your timeline when you're rolling out in your whip. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Are we chatting a little bit with Rock Nation a little bit? What's going on the home front?
Hov is my man. Ever since we've been brought together, it was a situation where, where my character was at hand, and I played my part. I did what I did. I did what BY would do, and it actually favored him, in a great way. So it's I haven't talked to him since. It probably was like one more other time after that, and that was just because I seen him, in public or whatever. But other than that, it's just his music and what his music has done for me and done for the hood. He's the voice of the hood. And it's music. Music is very stimulating to me, and Jay-Z's music is even more stimulating. So So the relationship between my music and just him, it's pretty separate. But I just do what I do just because I'm a whole fan anyway.
That's right. Likewise. Well, let's jump back into the business at hand. Let's talk a little boxing. I read a story this morning before when I knew you were joining us that you were waiting to see something that was going to happen with the WBA to see if you were a potential opponent or replacement opponent for Anthony Joshua. Is there any update that you can give us on what's happening with that or something else that might be for you?
There's no real updates, but I've been following closely, because sometimes the word might get to Twitter before it actually get to me, because what I do is I let Jay do a lot of negotiating or whatever, and if it gets to a point to where though it's seriously entertained, then of course you would bring it to me. Other than that, Jay be like, they wasn't really talking nothing. So he'll still call me. He'll still call me and keep me very informed with every step of the way. But I'm pretty much just waiting, just waiting on I guess the elimination process. So they pretty much say, oh, it's either me or Eric Molina or David Price. Now, mind you, I don't even think that's the comparison even between the three. And then you have people that's, I read my Twitter, I've been added in a few mentions, to where as though it's like, oh, a guy that comes from over 2 back-to-back losses, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, first of all, man, we dealing with a real retarded world, and and I just don't I don't think people respect a lot of things. They don't respect a lot of things. So a lot of people are just plain old stupid to me. Stupid is just a word that I'm gonna use for lack of a better term. But I'm waiting on the word as well. Of course, I didn't have a fight in between, which I would have liked to have.
Mm-hmm.
But this how they do me, and I'm gonna show up. I show up every single time.
Talking about how they do you, so you said that you're waiting. Waiting means that you have to be patient, but it has to be frustrating because you haven't fought since 2015. Why have you been out this long? I mean, has there been other fights in the work? Is it a promotional issue? Why have you fought?
I don't know why I haven't fought. And you know me, I keep everything politically correct, and I don't do the bad mouthing, so I'm not gonna point a finger. I guess anybody that has any knowledge of how boxing goes, then they can actually start to have their own opinions on my situation. But let's just say this one. BY is always ready. BY has always been ready. BY has a confidence like none other. BY just started boxing in 2009. I was 24 years old. I'm a grown man. So therefore, when I fall victim to certain things, there's no such thing as build my confidence back up. I'm from North Philly. Like I was born with confidence. So there's nothing that somebody could take away from me because that's embedded in me. So that's one thing that's one reason why that somebody can actually not classify my absence as. He has to build it, he had to do that, blah blah blah. Nah, I'm good. So I really don't know why. I've been absent. But let's just say I have been ready. I have been offered a few times. It was very premature and it was very disrespectful. But those are just some things that I didn't even entertain. As it's like we're not entertaining that because it's not in our guidelines, and the time frame is just not respectable.
So I have to ask you, this past summer, Deontay Wilder, he was looking for a dance partner, and they ended up with Chris Arreola, and I felt like that should have been you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, why wouldn't that be BY? You know what I mean? So were you ever in the running for that fight? Because to me, that made the most sense. You guys have a little animosity. It would have been a good fight. It would have been way more better than the Arreola fight. Were you ever in contention for that fight?
No, I was never in contention for that fight. And this is one thing that I realized, right? You say, okay, if somebody has a title fight, and not even pointing out Deontay, but if somebody has a title fight, right, and here it is, they have an open opponent, and they have to choose from the top 10 opponents, they're not going to choose me. They're not. They're just going to skip right over me. Somebody will only fight me if they have to. If they have to. That's the only way I'm going to get a fight from a top guy. That's if they have to. So if one of the sanctioning bodies order order the fight between a number, whatever, and two different numbers in rankings, then that's the only way it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way it's going to happen. I can't see nobody picking and say, oh, yeah, I want that fighter. Because guess what? I'm going to post on my Instagram like, yeah, I'm still in shape. You see, everything is still here. My mind is good. So I still pose a threat. And I bet, God forbid, later on down the line, somebody say, okay, now we're trying. And it's just like, all right, well, dog, I'm preserved. I'm vegan. You know what I'm saying? So don't even think this shit is sweet. So they probably just write me off forever. For real, because I'm always come correct. And only a real person, only a real opponent, or only a real athlete would actually take the challenge and challenge B.Y. Jennings.
Would you be willing to, let's say, just to kind of get back in there, to take some type of cutback, or do you have to be on HBO? Do you have to make a certain amount of money? Because right now, would you take a tune-up? Like, would you be like, yo, man, I'm just trying to get back in the ring. Let me get my feet wet.
Well, yeah, I would definitely take a tune-up, but guess what? The top guys are fucking tune-ups, and I don't know if we're able to curse or whatever.
Yes, you are, yes.
The top guys are tune-ups, or so-called top guys. Listen, the fight with me and Luis Ortiz, right? Let me just say, and a lot of people discredit him. But my whole thing is, okay, how come he don't have a world title belt? How come he hasn't fought how come he hasn't had a title shot yet? He beat me. So it's just like, okay, that has something to say about the game. A person that's quote unquote so skilled, and in my opinion is so skilled, but quote unquote so skilled to the so-called, boxing aficionado or whatever you say that shit. But he hasn't even gotten to a point to where it's like, okay, his hard work has paid off. It's just like, damn, he beat me, and next thing you know, it's nothing behind it. It's like damn, hold up. Even me would just be like, all right, I was on the ground. I got stopped by Luis Ortiz. He deserves everything that he deserves everything. He deserves an opportunity of it for it all. But he hasn't been presented with it yet. What the fuck is wrong with this game? Now they glorifying something else and somebody else saying, oh, they're the next blah, blah, blah. Come on, dog. We past potential. And we past potential. We're talking about people that actually proved it. He's one of the people that, like me, regardless of my excuses for actually being, falling short in the fight, but he's proven it, and he hasn't got it. So how can I come with a clear, with a clear explanation on why I'm absent, or why haven't I been presented certain things? It's like, look at him, he hasn't even presented certain things.
I have to ask you this.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I was going to say, I know you don't like to throw dirt. I know that's not how you roll. But Luis Ortiz, it got to the point where he knew that the game was messed up, and he had to actually leave Golden Boy Promotions because he felt like, as a promoter, they were just not doing enough for him. They weren't pushing him. They weren't getting him fights. They weren't getting him dates. They weren't getting him visibility. So he actually had to leave, and he went and signed with Eddie Hearn in the UK. Is that kind of maybe what you're going through, and an option that you need to start seeking, is that maybe people are just not doing enough for you?
I can only say, I mean, that's rightfully speaking, that people are not doing enough for me. Now, the reason why, I don't know. Now, if I point out a reason, then that may be disrespect. But it's clear as day, people are not doing enough for Bryant Jennings. And mind you, I'm such a marketable individual. Listen, I do a lot of things outside of boxing, and one of my quotes is one of Jay-Z's quotes, and it comes from the Reasonable Doubt album, and I was going to actually tweet it whenever I felt like it or whatever. When he said, "Will you dissipate, son? Maintaining, putting myself in the position most of these boxers ain't in. I'm living." You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people, has been presented with certain things, but they don't fit the bill. They don't fit the bill like I. And it's just like, okay, even if we look at a Deontay Wilder, you are the heavyweight champion of the world, WBC heavyweight champion of the world. You should be bigger than you are. You should be more expressive, and your voice should be more powerful than it is. That's a fucking problem. It's a fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we're looking for. Are we looking for the next Muhammad Ali or what? Or are we looking for somebody that's going to be quiet and let their handlers and let sanctioning bodies and everything else speak for them? Like, I'm not letting nobody speak for me. And as tight as I am with one of the most respected people in the world, or in the country, which is Jay Prince. He allows me to express myself. It's just like, okay, just because I have him don't mean I should shut and he should talk. No. It's just like, okay, B, do your thing. You know what I mean? Do your thing, do what you got to do, say what you got to say. I'm going to let B go on up there and do his thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay, there's nobody on my team or in my camp that should have more of a voice over my career than my
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I see in a lot of these people. And it's just like, damn, like, where these people at? Y'all on top, y'all doing all, where the fuck is y'all at? Like, what is y'all giving back? What is y'all input on the game? Like, I don't see any.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We've seen so many times now in boxing where the fighters just give up control and throw up their hands on the direction of their careers. They just want their handlers to do it. Do you feel like the glory is gone from the sport?
Yeah, I feel as though the glory is going from life, period, and entertainment. Music. Look at the music. The music, it has the same effect. But I think it all goes back to. I think it starts this new era of social media and things just being clouded and exposed and just being misinterpreted. I don't really respect this new era because it's just not hands on. Like, it's not genuine. It's made up. It's made up. You can be whoever you want to be. Therefore, you got a lot of people that's just like, I don't get it. Who's the best rapper right now? Who's the best boxer right now? Who's pound for pound? Blah blah blah. It all lies on votes and this person said this, but who is this person? I'm gonna touch on the situation, right? I'm gonna touch on the situation, and I posted it on my Instagram yesterday. Now, the thing was when Jay-Z and Kanye had received an award. It might have been an old clip, but Jay-Z and Kanye had received an award. Kanye hugged Kim. Kanye hugged Beyonce. Jay hugged Beyonce, but he did not acknowledge Kim and did not hug Kim. So most people, dang, he's ignorant for that, blah 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 blah. And it's just like really? It's like those are two separate people.
Yeah.
Those are two, and for people to say, if Jay and Kanye supposed to be that tight, he's supposed to respect his woman, and it's just like, nah, like,
nah,
like no, and that's people don't see the separation over time in the Jay-Z and Kanye relationship. Jay love him. He feels as though he's a genius, but I don't really think he respects his decisions and his upbringing. But the world, leave it up to the world. It's power couple. It's this, that, and it's this. But it's just like, y'all don't know shit. But everybody has their opinions, but nobody knows the reality of it, and nothing is original. Nothing is original. Everything is just this new shit, and nobody has respect for nobody. And like Drake says, anyone to take shots. It's no ethics.
I feel that this era has become very complacent. If we look at Charles Martin, for example, he got so many big opportunities this year, and he goes over there to fight Joshua. He stunk it up. He made a lot of money.
Big check.
He's not doing much. Smoking, drinking, drugs, this, rapping. I mean, he's doing all this stuff now, and it just boggles my mind who gets the opportunities in our sport now. It's just really fucked up, like you said. It just I seen the last two clips of Charles. Now I know for sure. Me and Charles had a couple words over the net or whatever, and I've seen him personally, but I actually grew to a liking to him personally because of his knowledge of of African culture and pretty much being on that boat. Now his past two posts, I just looked at it, I was like, well, dang, now I don't know whether that's the new him
or whatever, but I didn't view him to be that person. I'm not judging. I'm just saying I didn't view him to be that person. And to me personally, for the respect and things and the way I looked at him, it's kind of degrading towards my view on him, being so I thought different of him. And you know, maybe he's just going through some things. Maybe it's a part of his life where he feel the need to, you know, entertain some other things in order to feel good. You know? Right. But I just didn't see that in him before, and it's kind of disappointing.
His Snapchat is lit.
Maybe he's just feeling a little bit lost. I mean, you know, we see this happen to so many boxers. You take a kid from the hood. This kid made $4 million in his last fight, and he's still living like he's living in the trap. You know, he's going through some. He looks like he's trying to go in the vegan direction. Maybe he just need, you know, maybe you guys will cross paths and you can give him some big brother kind of mentoring, because I think you're a little bit older than him. Maybe he just need the right man to be like, look, dog, embrace the positivity and give the rap career alone. Or maybe he's just more depressed or whatever than he's giving himself credit for not only the loss, but then getting shot in the arm after that.
Right. And it's okay for somebody to go through certain changes, but you have to go through a change. You have to accept that change yourself, and then you put that change, you know, in the forefront. You know, you get what I'm saying? So it's just like we don't go through changes and then expect people to actually accept our change for us and make us accept our own change. It shit just don't go that way. Right. I just think that okay, even if he's depressed, I think he needs to you know, express that personally and to himself, to his family, and things like that. Evolve to who he is outside of social media and stuff like that. Because when you start to do things and you put it on social media and it's all new to us, you know, certain people that have a strong mentality, we look at it as like, oh well, this is new. You know, I didn't never know that. You know, I mean, at least warn us or something. But I just think it was blatant from one point to the next, and like you said, he may be in a state of depression. And that's serious.
The one thing that I'll say about you that I see and that I know is that with everything that you have received from boxing and outside of boxing, you have reinvested in yourself, in your family. You have projects going on. You have businesses. You have all this good stuff going for you. So sometimes I feel like guys, you know, that come from not much, make a lot of money, and they just don't know what to do with it. But you actually seem to have your head on straight. Where did that come from, where you were like, yo, I'm going to make this money, and I'm going to buy property. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Where did that come from? Did you have a mentor?
I think it came from my experiences previously, you know, before boxing, and mind you, I came into the game at 24, so I've been dead broke before, you know, and I had money before. So on top of that, and most importantly, it you know, definitely mentors and not necessarily like hands-on mentors, because the same people that mentor me, I mentor them. Let's not get that twisted. Mm-hmm. You know, non-egotistical. You know, I'm not speaking ego, but one hand will definitely watch the other. But and when you come across two individuals, the most important thing for me to be mentored was more important for me, and things that I find easy may have been more important for them. So I definitely have the people that I'm surrounded by, and you know, Jay Prince is one of them. And you know, it's just that mentoring without even mentoring. It's just you just lead by example. If you pay attention to certain people, they're actually showing you how to do it. They're showing you how to do it. Nobody needs to sit you down and say, "Yo, this is how you do it." They're showing you how to do it because they're leading by example. And Jay is one of the people that actually leads by example. If you know, the only difference is you have to be around these people to actually know a lot more and to know different things. But certain people that I'm around, you know, I see it. Oh, okay, that's how that go. Blah blah blah. That's how that. And then if you want to get into it, okay, questions will easily be answered. they will be answered to the best of their knowledge, and that may be the most informative answer that you needed to receive, and that'll give you the boost to go ahead and start and do whatever you need to do. So mentoring is one of the most important things that I've actually received from my surroundings and from people that I'm surrounded by. But more so, it all had to do with me just paying attention, me just being observant, paying attention, looking at it, reading books, figuring out how was this started, how did this person start. Hey, I mean, I've had mentors. I've had people whose life and experiences mentored me without me even. They may have died 30 years ago, but their story is mentoring. Their story is mentoring. A mentor doesn't always actually have to be a physical person that actually comes to you or that you can actually call. It's in history. It's there. If you want knowledge, you have to go out and seek it. And there's plenty different ways of seeking knowledge and finding knowledge. You have books, you have people, you have radio, you have social media. You have a lot of different avenues of finding knowledge. And I think that I've taken advantage of a lot of them, and I still have a lot of tightening up to do. But I'm on the right track for me, for my family, for my community, and I just have to keep it going. That's it.
Well, BY, it is always a pleasure. Always great to hear you drop some gems. We are so excited to see you back in the ring. We enjoy you in social media with your son Mace, and always great. And it's just always great to talk to you. And we hope to see you back in the ring the sooner than the later.
Yes, and it's good that we can have a deep conversation without it really even being about boxing. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But
on the other end, life, they go hand in hand.
They definitely go hand in hand. On the other end, just in case we have any listeners that's wondering what's going on, well, I'm still in shape, still vegan. I can never let myself go lazy. And I'm always ready for whatever, and I still knock out somebody every week in sparring. So I think the world still better watch out.
All right. We definitely will.
Have a great birthday, Bryant.
All right. Y'all do the same. Take care.
All right.